Well, hey everybody, welcome back. Beautiful souls to mystical charms and things. Tonight I want to tell you a story that has guided countless people toward peace, healing, and inner freedom for over 2,500 years. And this is the story of Buddha, not as a statue, not as a symbol, but as a human being who struggled, questioned, searched, and awakened, just like many of us are trying to do today. And as you listen, notice what part of this story feels familiar to you and your own journey. Usually, the moment that stands out to you is the message your spirit needs to hear right now. The story begins Siddhartha Gautama was born a prince into a world of luxury and protection. His father loved him so deeply that he tried to shield him from anything painful. Inside the palace walls, there was only youth, beauty, celebration, and comfort. No sickness, no sadness, no aging, and no suffering. Imagine growing up in a world where everything difficult is hidden from you, where your life is beautiful but strangely incomplete. Many people listening might feel this way today. Everything looks fine on the outside, but something inside feels unanswered. One day, Siddhartha, his curiosity grew too strong. He left the palace walls, and what he saw outside the palace shattered everything he believed about life. For the first time, he saw an old man, bent with age. He realized no one stays young forever. Then he saw a sick man suffering in pain. He asked, "Does this happen to everyone?" And the answer was yes. Next, he saw a funeral procession. People crying as they carried someone they loved. He understood deeply for the first time. One day, all of us must face loss. But then he saw something different. He saw a monk, calm and peaceful, walking with a quiet mind and a glowing presence. Siddhartha realized there is suffering, but there is also a path to peace. That moment awakened a question in his soul. A question many of us ask when life feels heavy. If suffering is everywhere, how do we rise above it? Siddhartha left the palace not out of rejection, but out of love. A love for understanding life on a deeper level. He wandered for years. He studied with wise teachers. He meditated until his body trembled. He starved himself trying to find enlightenment through pain. But nothing brought him the answer he was looking for. One night, exhausted and humbled, he sat under a large Bodhi tree. He made one promise to himself. I will not get up until I understand the truth. And in the silence of the night, without extremes, without struggle, clarity finally came. Siddhartha realized something simple but powerful. Suffering isn't just in the world, it's inside us. We create suffering when we cling too tightly, when we fear loss, when we chase things that could never truly satisfy us, or when we try to control what isn't ours to control. But he also saw the other side of the truth. If suffering comes from the mind, then freedom comes from the mind too. When he opened his eyes, he was no longer Siddhartha the priest. The prince, sorry. He had become Buddha, the awakened one. Not a god, not a supernatural being, just a human who finally understood how to live with peace. So why does his story matter? Buddha spent the rest of his life teaching what he learned, not to create followers, but to help people just like us. People who carry heartbreak, people who feel lost or overwhelmed, people who want peace but don't know where to begin. From his awakening came the Four Noble Truths, which explain why we suffer, and the Eightfold Path, which shows us how to free ourselves from that suffering. These teachings are gentle, practical, and surprisingly modern. You don't have to be a Buddhist to appreciate them. You just have to be human. As I share these teachings, notice which insight feels like it was spoken directly to you. That moment of connection, that moment where you feel seen or understood, is often the moment people want to share with others. Because when something brings you peace, clarity, or hope, your spirit naturally wants to pass it forward. So now that you know the story of Buddha, which this is the simple version of his story, the curious prince who became the awakened teacher, you'll understand the heart behind his wisdom. In the next segment, I'm going to take you again through the Four Noble Truths and help you understand them in a simple modern way. Then I plan to guide you through the Eightfold Path, a roadmap to peace you can use every single day. So I want to thank you so much for being here, listening to this podcast episode on Buddhism and his story. And we are going to continue with understanding Buddhism day after day until we reach completion. And then I am going to give you some specific instructions to follow as well. So please like, share, be sure to subscribe so that you know when further episodes are uploaded onto my show. I look forward to serving you. If you'd like to have a one-on-one consultation with me, where if you're in need of help, guidance, advice, direction, feel free to contact me at 855-708-2768. That's 855-708-2768. If you're calling from overseas, you can also reach me on WhatsApp, 201-953-0658, and we can do a free 10-minute consultation over the phone. But I would also like you to go ahead and subscribe, so that way you can be notified of everything else I'm sharing. If you go to my website, trustedpsychicadvisor.com, you'll find my new New Year's Day service, which is only available on New Year's Day for 1 day only. And you can go ahead and book. Consultations are also available by phone for this service or via Zoom. And also gift cards are available. And if you purchase a gift card to send for someone for the holidays, you can just go ahead and email that gift card to them. You can even print it out and hand it to them. And if they are long distance, just let them know that phone and Zoom consultations are available. Thank you again, beautiful souls. And like I said, be sure to subscribe to hear the rest. Namaste, everybody. Sending all of my listeners here, lots of love and light. Namaste.